right, tonight America's talking about fashion. Of course, New York Fashion Week is wrapping up. And Ryan, did you hear what that supermodel said about the fashion industry? It's gotten a lot of buzz, a lot of people upset about it.
I know. You know, you're talking about Victoria's Secret
Yeah.
model Dotzen Crowe. She says, this is a quote, "I feel I'm such a big part of that insecurity that some girls might have because of my job. Girls think they have to be that picture. It's so frustrating because I don't look like that picture. I wake up not looking like that picture." So a lot of people might say, well, what's the big deal? That's not something you often hear models say.
Yeah, exactly. Well, let's bring in two former models to get their take. Let's talk about Cynthia Bailey. You know her from The Real Housewives of Atlanta. She also runs a modeling agency here in Atlanta. And Emmy, who's graced the cover of several magazines, both two beautiful women. You know, you guys, I want to ask you about this idea of photoshopping because, yeah, sure, we all want to look our best, but it sends a certain message to girls, don't you think? Let me start with you, Cynthia.
You know, I will say in my situation, I feel like, you know, being a veteran in the business for more than 25 years, you have to be 80% model, at least. You have to have long legs. You have to be a certain size. You have to have great hair, great skin, great nose, great teeth, whatever it is. And then the other 20% is, you know, just embellishing, enhancing, making what you already have.
That's the key word,
better.
enhancing.
Enhancing,
Is
embellishing.
enhancing a good or bad thing,
It still has to be you, though.
You know, that becomes critical. But Emmy, I've heard that you actually do not let people Photoshop you, magazines. How did you get that deal?
Oh, wait a minute. Now, who'd you hear that from?
Don't be starting nasty rumors, Ryan Smith.
No. And actually, I just went back to modeling with Iconic Focus, so that's kind of a new thing for me, which is really funny. I was called out of retirement. But I do ask anybody who's going to take my picture and use it for a campaign or whatever to let some life stay on my face. Really. There's no reason why not to. And, you know, obviously, if I had a blemish that usually is not there all the time, I'd love to have that taken away, and thank God for Photoshop. However, my daughter and her friends and a lot of kids that I lecture to, and women especially, really truly don't understand that, and why should they? That women don't wake up looking like they do on the covers. It sounds silly, but when you see repeated images over and over and over again, you kind of just take that as just route. Of course, there are women that look like that. I should look like that. I should try and aspire to that. And that's really damaging and hard for a developing mind and a child that's developing their self-esteem and body image.
You know, Emmy, I didn't really get what you meant until I experienced it myself. I want you to take a look at this. We had a professional Photoshop of my picture. And I gotta say, it made me a little uncomfortable to see what she did. She made my neck longer. She changed the shape of my arms and calves. Reed made them skinnier. She made the stray hairs go away. And you guys,
isn't that amazing?
You know, it is amazing. But when I saw it, there's part of me that wants to say I'm strong, I am confident, I am woman, hear me roar. But I got to tell you, it threw me into a little bit of this feeling of, oh. I mean, what was wrong with me that it didn't look okay? You had to enhance it, and it made me feel kind of crappy.
Yeah. We're so trained to see these images that are all very, very pulled in, long waist, long neck, you know, the whole, kind of like a Barbie thing.
Yeah.
And when you see magazines like Essence, when you see magazines